Brian from I Fight Dragons, and you're watching Shodredux's YouTube channel. Oh my god!
Shodredux's video game commentaries. You have no idea how excited I was for Brian Mazzaferri to go through and do that for my YouTube channel. Their music is amazing. You guys need to check them out. That's all I need to say. Of course, the video commentary I'll be doing is in regards to the Famas assault rifle, but before I get started, I have to give a couple of shout-outs. The first person to actually leave a comment on my YouTube channel, their name is Mr. Blyfeet. I hope that's how you pronounce it. The next person that made the suggestion actually left a post on Shodredux's Facebook timeline, and their name is NicoFido95. Last but not least, this person sent me a private message on Battlefield Play4Free's website. Their name is Engruski. That name kind of makes me want to dance just a little bit. That's all for the shout-outs in the video, so we're just going to get to the weapon at hand, which is the Famas. The Famas is actually a bullpup-style assault rifle that was manufactured in France by MAS. The Famas has actually been a reoccurring weapon in the Battlefield series, at least in the most recent versions of the series, so it's not uncommon to see this gun make its way into Battlefield Play4Free, and with a pretty positive outlook for it. The total amount of ammunition the base gun itself has is 78, and it's 26 bullets per magazine. With that being said, the Famas actually has the most amount of bullets per magazine out of all your assault rifles available for your assault class. Well, at least to the date of this video being made. The Famas' reload time seems to be a little bit slower than average, so make sure you choose your spots wisely when reloading, and allot for that little bit of extra time when doing the reload, especially when making any type of moves or advancements on your enemies. The recoil when aiming down sight or hip fire for the Famas seems to be on the average for an assault rifle, but one of the impressive things that I like about it is that when you're actually firing it, if you do burst shots, it does have a good amount of settle down time, meaning in between those shots, of course the spread actually goes a little bit farther for the bullets if you just lay down on the trigger, but when you actually let up, it actually focuses right back in really quickly to make your accurate shots again. Of course, what I noticed with the recoil as well is that it does tend to go off to the right if you're laying down on the trigger a little bit, and up of course. So you can actually just balance that out pretty easily, and just keep that in mind when lining up your shots for your enemies, that it kind of goes up and to the right for the recoil, at least when aiming down sight. As far as the amount of damage the Famas can do, at close range, it tends to stay in the mid-20s, so you can expect around 24 to 26 damage to be done with this rifle at close range. At medium ranges, it does seem to stay in the low 20s, so it can go anywhere from 19 damage all the way up to 23 if you're just hitting torso, of course. And at farther ranges, I've seen it do 18 to 21 damage. Of course, if you're aiming for headshots at closer ranges, it takes 2, possibly 3 shots to the head in order to take out your enemy. At medium ranges, it can take anywhere from 3 to 4, and from extreme ranges, it can take 4 to 5 shots. One of the other great things about the Famas is it does have the fastest rate of fire out of all the assault rifles available for your assault class. Of course, the other positive thing about the Famas is the damage over range. Even at extreme ranges, it still maintains 20 damage, which is pretty impressive, at least most of the time. So it has the least, I guess, deviation or difference in doing less damage over farther ranges too. Of course, since this is just the base weapon and it's only got 26 bullets per magazine, you do find yourself reloading quite a bit, but fortunately, since you're an assault class character, you can actually just replenish your ammo just like that. The hipfire accuracy for the Famas seems to be pretty good as well if you use it in burst. Don't expect it to work as well at farther ranges, but if your enemies are close enough, doing the hipfire, you can get away with getting some pretty awesome kills. Of of course, when aiming down sight, ideally you want to use that for medium ranges. You know, I found it a little bit difficult, of course, when enemies are closer that I aim down sight, so I just tend to use the hip fire instead. The iron sight for the Famas is pretty impressive. Of course, it uses the day glow iron sights, but you can actually have a really good field of view from within the sight. So it's not really aggravating at all, and it seems to be a really well-balanced iron sight to use. As far as the 3D modeling for the Famas goes, I do like the design of it, as far as it being in Battlefield Play4Free. However, I feel like it's a little bit blockier than what I'm normally used to seeing it throughout the Battlefield series for some reason. But that's just me. Well, I guess I wouldn't say blockier, just I guess a little thicker in the sides, you know, like it gained weight. This Famas assault rifle can be used in multiple roles, meaning it's good for defensive and offensive purposes. So you definitely can go out there and go it alone and stand as a lone wolf, or assist in your team by leading a squad, or as well as just sitting there and defending a flag behind cover, while maybe your team's advancing to the next flag. Of course, keep in mind, due to the rate of fire of this gun, you will find yourself reloading a lot more than what you're used to. But like I said, if you just pace yourself out just right, you should be able to play with this gun just perfectly fine. Just giving my final thoughts on the Famas, it definitely has a lot more advantages than really any disadvantages to this assault rifle. I mean, on par, it seems to be pretty average as a assault rifle itself, outside of three main factors, which would be the rate of fire of it being a lot faster than all the assault rifles currently to date, and having the most bullets per magazine out of the assault rifles. And it does seem to have the highest average damage per second. Everything else about this assault rifle is pretty much only average, if not a little bit below average, but nothing that actually makes it the worst at any category. Just the only thing that you will find very aggravating with it is just because of the rate of fire, you will find yourself reloading a lot more than normal. And you definitely can be caught dead in the water because of that. So use cover accordingly when you're reloading. With that being said, the Famas does come highly recommended. I definitely think it should be a part of your assault class's arsenal. Alright guys, that's all I have for the Famas and Battlefield Play4Free. But before I go, there's just a couple things I would like to say. First thing is I would like to thank you guys that voted for my Shod Snack Shack to be inside SimCity. I really appreciate it so very much, because you guys are ridiculously awesome and cool, and none of this would be possible without you guys. So I should know about that by August 15th to see if I actually got it in there or not, or we'll see who got it. I'll let you know either way. And also, I do have a contest coming up here really soon, so I will be giving away a couple games, not one, a couple. And if you just check out my website, Shodredux.net, you'll find out what those are. At least you will in the near future. With that being said, I thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.